Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the children's message for Sunday, March 29th. My name is Miss Meredith, and I'm so glad that you're able to join us today. Now, before we get started and we dive into our story, there's one thing that I want you to do. Actually, take a moment, pause this video, and talk with your family about your joys and concerns. So your joys and concerns, those are the things you want to thank God for, and the things that you want to lift up to God in prayer. So take a moment and go ahead and pause right now. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and continue with today's story. Now, in today's story, we have two characters called Betty and Daniel, and they're joining us for our first ever Puppet Show Sunday. And they've been busy. They've been busy building two separate houses, one for Betty and one for Daniel. But they've had some kind of different experiences. So let's check it out. Let's go to them now and see what's happened.
Hi everyone, I'm so excited you're here. I can't wait to tell you all about how awesome it is to build a house.
Surely, you mean how difficult can it be?
Well, sure, you might go through some tough times in the process, but the end result is so worth it.
What do you mean it was worth it? I spent so much time and energy on building my house, and then it got all washed away.
You know, I think we started at the end of our story. Let's go back to the beginning. It'll make more sense then.
Okay, good point. I'll go first. Here it goes.
Okay, go for it.
So here I was, and I had this great idea to build a house, and I thought, I've always loved going to the beach and playing in the sand. I'll build my house on the sand so that I'm always there and can hang out on the beach whenever I want.
And I've always loved the beach too, but I thought that I would probably be safer if I built my house on a rock instead of on the beach. I mean, I can always visit the beach, but this way I wouldn't be tracking in sand all of the time or worrying about all of that water so close to my house.
I thought I was telling my story first.
Okay, continue.
So, as I was saying, I had this great idea to build my house on the beach. So I got to work, and I spent so much time and so much energy building my house. I mean, I even skipped my naps so that I could build that house. And finally I finished the house, and it was beautiful.
And mine is beautiful too. It has a ton of flower patterns and beautiful bright colors.
But no matter how beautiful my house was, it was all ruined. I was taking a stroll on that beach when all of a sudden this terrible storm came out of nowhere. I mean, there was thunder, lightning, and tons of rain. My hair was flying everywhere. And not only did I get drenched, but when I got back to where I had built my house on the sand, the house was nothing but a pile of rubble.
I'm sorry, buddy. I know that house meant a lot to you. Well, his house didn't survive the storm. Mine did. But, I think it all had to do with it being built on a rock instead of on sand.
Good point.
And this actually reminds me of a story that Jesus tells us too.
Oh yeah?
You see, Jesus said, "If you listen to me, you are building your life on the sturdy rock of God. If you don't listen to me, you are building your life on ideas that are like the sand that shifts and blows away."
That's really cool. Oh, That reminds me of something else the Bible says.
What's that?
Well, it says in Isaiah 33:6, He is my sure foundation.
Foundation? What does that mean?
Well, you know, the foundation as the lowest part of your house, in case your house's foundation was a rock.
Oh, and that means yours was a sand.
Exactly. So I think what Jesus is trying to tell us is that He is our foundation. We can know and trust that He is always there, always with us, and always loves us.
Wow. That sure can give us a lot of hope when we go through storms or tough times, huh?
I think so. You know, talking about all of this has made me feel a whole lot better.
I am so glad to hear that.
Well, you know what? I'm thinking about going to go take one of those naps I kept skipping earlier, and when I wake up, I think I'm going to start rebuilding my house. But up on that rock with you, is there room up there?
There's always room for you. Come on, I'll show you the way.
Thank you for joining us for our first Puppet Show Sunday. I hope you enjoyed that message just as much as I did. We can't wait to see you again next week for our second episode with Betty and Daniel. And in the meantime, I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed rest of your week and that you feel God's love with you each and every day going forward. Until then.